Welcome to Just Koryzma, episode 55. I'm your host, Braden Koryzma, and joining me today is Liam Sweeney.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So Liam, he's going to school for digital media.
Mm-hmm.
He's plays hockey, and he's quite the chef, to say the least. Yeah, so that's really cool. So, I mean, anywhere you want to start in particular?
I guess the first thing we could start with is hockey, I guess, because that's like, I guess what my first real interest that I can really remember is kind of sports anyways, but
okay.
Some of my like earliest memories in my life are like hockey related things in terms of like stuff with like my dad or even my mom.
Okay.
We're from Toronto originally, so
Oh, okay, cool.
big hockey market,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hockey mecca of the world.
So you're like a Maple Leafs guy?
Big Maple Leafs guy.
Yeah.
But we did move to Vancouver when I was younger, so we had season tickets to the Canucks for 14 years, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we kept them for a while and just kept selling them.
Okay.
After, because we then moved to the Okanagan, so
yeah.
So we just kept selling them. My dad finally gave them up 2 years ago.
Just because they're
Canucks,
staying out there.
the Canucks stunk, and
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Canucks stunk. He wasn't going to any games. Couldn't find anyone to sell them to anymore. So,
okay.
Because he had good seats. He had 100 level seats like midway down.
Oh yeah.
So they're just like $200 a piece. Usually they resell for on like on the aftermarket, but. So we just got rid of them. Yeah, I'm just probably not gonna get them ever again. It's too expensive.
Totally, yeah.
Because he was getting a sweet deal when he'd been buying seasons for so long.
Yeah, so it's probably like just recurring customer, and the fact that you've been so loyal for X amount of years. Yeah. It's just like, here's that discount, and then it's like, sure, like why not, right?
Yeah. He almost actually got a deal or like a package. He was going to move into a condo in Yaletown that's attached to the Rogers Arena. So he was going to get a certain amount of tickets per year. He didn't pick that place. Actually, he didn't end up picking that place, but that would have been cool. Tickets, but I guess because he lives in Vancouver again now, so he gets really good deals on tickets now because he knows everyone.
Oh,
from
perfect.
selling them for all these years.
Yeah,
he knows everyone in the ticket market, so he's able to get good deals whenever he wants to go to a game.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably like when he wants to go watch the Maple Leafs or something.
Yeah, we get Leafs tickets every year when they come to town.
So is that kind of like the bigger inspiration for hockey for you to start playing and stuff? Was like watching games with your dad? Or?
Yeah. This was back in I can remember probably I guess the earliest memory I have of watching hockey would probably be like 2001.
Okay.
Avalanche versus Devils, and then 2002 the Red Wings with their dream team. They were so good. I remember watching them, and then especially 2002 because the Leafs made the conference finals that year.
Yeah. And
they ended up losing. But it was a really great run. So like my dad was going nuts all the time, and my mom. So and then the next couple of years after, when that's when I can really start remembering a ton of stuff really well. But the Leafs were really good then.
Yeah. Before
they sucked for a long time.
They're coming back.
They're really good now. Yeah. They're really good now, but they that was before the salary cap came into play, so the Leafs got to spend as much money as they wanted. Okay. As being one of the biggest markets in the league, it's pretty easy to be good if you have a ton of money before the salary cap, but then they couldn't adjust to that whole salary cap thing very well. They were so bad for so long. And I moved back to Toronto when they were really bad.
Yeah.
And it was awful.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, the media is just so negative. But,
really?
they were so bad.
So then, when did you start playing, and when did you kind of...
So I started first playing hockey when I was probably, like this, not on ice.
Just like road hockey type thing?
Yeah, I started probably when I was 3 or 4. We had so we were living in West Van.
Yeah.
And we were like literally in the middle of a forest, and there was a tennis court randomly in it. I don't know why, but there was. And so we could just walk the nets up there and play there, rollerblade around, bike around, and
nice.
Play hockey there. So we used to have like road hockey tournaments and stuff up there, which was pretty fun. I went up there like every day, I'm pretty sure.
Why not, right? Like take advantage of it.
Yeah. And then I don't remember this, but apparently I wanted to play hockey randomly. I was like 6 years old. I first stepped on the ice.
Okay.
Apparently the winter before, so I would have been 5. Yeah, I would have been 5. The winter before, I was sliding on ice at Grouse Mountain.
Oh.
In the parking lot, I was sliding on ice, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, I want to be a hockey player." And then I guess that was the words my dad always wanted to hear, because my dad played hockey growing up.
Oh, perfect.
So he was like, I guess he was kind of he didn't want to force me into it.
Yeah.
So he, I guess those were the words he was waiting for, because he put me in hockey camp that following summer.
Oh, sweet.
Where
okay.
I never skated in my life at that point.
Yeah.
I had never skated at all. And I remember... Okay, well, first thing is, we got hockey gear for this camp.
Yeah.
This is like, it's probably like August or something, like a back to hockey kind of thing. I remember I was looking at all my gear all excited, and there was a pair of socks in there. And I was like, oh, I don't need these, because I thought the hockey socks that go on your shin pads went down to your feet.
Oh.
So I get to the rink, and my dad's looking for the socks. Like the socks for your feet, and he's like digging through my bag. He's like, where are the socks here? I put them in, and I was like, oh, I took them out. He's like, why? I was like, oh, because I have the hockey socks. And he's like, they go on your shin. He's like, they go on your shin pads. And then I remember I stepped on the ice for about 2 minutes and wanted to quit.
Just because
I couldn't stand up.
Yeah.
I could not stand up for the life of me. I was the worst player out there. I was the only kid that couldn't stand up.
Fair enough.
And I hated it.
Oh man, that brings me back. I can't skate to save my life till this day. I can like get going kind of, but like then it's like I have to turn. Nah, I'm just gonna hit.
I'm just wondering why my dad never put me in skating lessons before I played hockey. Like I can't understand why. Like
that's awesome.
Yeah, but then so then I played organized hockey after that, and I actually played an age down. I was that bad.
It's not a bad thing though. I mean, at least you guys are like. I'm sure you're like quite the excellent skater now.
Yeah, I could definitely skate now. But I was playing with 5-year-olds when I was 6 turning 7. So I was 7 in my birthday's in February. So at the end of the hockey season, I would have been 7 playing with some guys that were like 5 or 6. So that didn't feel that great.
For sure.
Yeah. I started up though. I started with my own age group.
Yeah.
And I didn't know any better. I was just like, I could barely like play hockey at all.
Yeah. And
I didn't know any of the rules beside for kid hockey, like there's no hitting.
Yeah.
And I still remember to this day. I went to this guy at the puck, and I like pushed him against the boards and like cross-checked him into the boards.
That's awesome.
I was 6 years old, cross-checking a guy into the boards from behind.
No kidding.
From behind it was the Hollyburn Country Club arenas. It was actually on the curling ice.
Okay.
Little kids play on the curling ice there. There's the big arena there.
Yeah.
And then there's like a bunch of curling pads, and the front 2 ones, the little like the small kids, like they're like up to like age 8 or something.
Yeah,
they play on those there because it's smaller. Yeah, and they actually they have like boards set up and everything for that. So I cross-checked the guy into the boards, and I went to the bench, and I remember the assistant coach, his name was Paul, I believe. I don't know how I even remember that. I'm really weird for long-term memory stuff. I remember I went to the boards or the bench and I was like, oh yeah, I checked him, and he like turned to me. He's like, no, you can't do that. He's explaining like there's no hitting and stuff like that. And I'm just out there hitting guys in my first game.
That's incredible. Just like you're just like, you know what? Ultimate power move. I'm just gonna absolutely destroy everyone.
Apparently, that's what I was thinking. I didn't hit after that, and then I guess I got sent down to the younger kids after that. So I was playing hockey with my brother. That was the one and only year I was ever played with my brother, which was kind of cool, I guess.
Totally.
So then I actually wanted to be a goalie at that point. I don't know why.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, no, like that. I really like the goalie mask art.
Yeah, you can probably get some really cool designs.
I think I was always artistic, but like kids would make fun of me for it when I was younger, so I kind of like to hide it. I started to hide it when I got older.
Okay.
But like I was like really young. I loved to like, I was like painting stuff and like, doing like tear art and stuff in class. And, we actually have some of my stuff framed at home because it was actually pretty good. Like, some of the stuff I was making.
To be that creative, like
so like I guess that's where the whole like digital media thing I even went into.
It's like it's just all so deep, right? Like
yeah. So I guess that's where that came from. I was just always a creative side, but that year I wanted to be a goalie, and then the end of the year. I remember this was an end of the year tournament put on by the North Shore Winter Club. Very prestigious hockey association in Vancouver.
Okay.
A lot of great hockey players have come out of there. They were putting on a year-end tournament, and we were in the finals against Port Moody.
Okay, is this still when you're young?
This is when I'm 6 years old.
Yeah, okay.
We were playing against Port Moody, and I was actually playing goalie this game. It was my turn in the rotation to play goalie in the finals. I'm like all pumped up. I'm going to do the finals. They're going to come and they're going to throw their gloves off and helmets, which they wouldn't be allowed to do anyways.
Yeah.
In minor hockey, you're not allowed to take off your helmet on the ice no matter what. So that wouldn't have even happened.
Yeah.
I think they said that to us before the game, like not to do that. But I was all pumped up that people were going to tackle me and like we're going to win a tournament at the end of the year. It was going to be sick. It was kind of like our playoffs sort of thing. Because there's no playoffs when you're that young.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
I remember the Port Moody team kept having a cherry picker at the far blue line, and they just shoot the puck out, and there was a breakaway, and we lost 15-2. And I never wanted to play goalie again after that. I think I was like crying in the neck because I couldn't stop. I was like getting like just hounded the entire time.
Dang. I mean, like, in all fairness, it was probably like, what? How many times did you play goalie before that?
I played like 3 or 4 times.
So, I mean, yeah. You can only do so much after
I got a shutout one game when I was younger, which I was actually like pretty decent. I was pretty good at it.
So, do you think you just psyched yourself out then? Or like...
I just didn't want to play it because I let in 15 goals.
Fair enough.
And I was like, this sucks.
But then, yeah, clearly you stuck to it. And now, like, you know, you've been playing in, like, you know, the higher leagues and everything like that. Yeah. Like, have you ever thought about, like, taking it to, like, the next level, trying to, like, push towards, I guess, more like a professional in this?
Yeah. So I have a British and Irish passport.
Yeah, you were saying that, which is sweet.
Yeah, so my parents they're originally from the UK before they immigrated to Toronto. And my grandparents 3 of them are from Ireland originally. So I was able to get my British from my parents. You just need one parent from the UK.
Oh, okay.
So they were born and lived there for X amount of years, and then immigrated. And then my grandparents. The Irish one's a little harder to get if it's grandfathered in.
Okay.
Grandmothered in, but you need 2 grandparents from Ireland or something in order to get it if it's like from your grandparents, but I qualified, so getting cool. That.
Yeah.
So I want to use that to go overseas and play after I'm done university hockey here. Because England is the fastest growing hockey country in the entire world right now.
Yeah.
And the league pays very, very, very well. And it's a very good league. there's like guys that used to play in the NHL that have played there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, but I wouldn't be an import there, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess you'd be like a homebody.
Yeah, technically yes, and I believe how it works is I'd have to live there for 476 consecutive days, or what you have like a 2-week leniency period where you can leave the country.
Oh, okay.
Where it doesn't count against you, and then you wouldn't be considered an import.
Oh,
but you have to live there for X amount of time because I'm not from there originally and didn't play minor hockey there, so I'm. Eventually, I don't get considered an import, so that's really cool.
That's super cool.
Then with the Irish one, because of Brexit, I wanted to get that one.
Okay.
So I could still be in the EU, so I could still go to a lot of countries and not have a worker's visa, so it'd be easier for me to get a hockey contract there because the team wouldn't have to pay for my worker visa.
Totally. Be more, they kind of see you more of like, okay, sweet.
I cost less.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like,
so, buddy needs a work visa, I don't.
Yeah.
Same amount of skill level relatively, they're probably going to take me because I'm going to cost the team less.
Yeah, exactly. Like, which is, I'm sure, ideal for them.
Yes. Because it's not like in North America where they're like multi-billion-dollar franchises.
Yeah.
They're not as rich. The stadiums aren't as big over there. The fans are nuts, but the stadiums aren't as big. The marketing isn't as big, and a lot of different factors that lead into that. But and then also on top of the Irish one, in the top English league, they're thinking about putting a team in Dublin.
Oh, okay.
They have 3 teams in Scotland right now. They've had 4 at one point.
Yeah.
They have a team in Wales.
Okay.
So they want to expand. They have one in Northern Ireland. So they are thinking of expanding into the Republic of Ireland. Okay. So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
So it's like same sort of rules apply, but that'd be sweet to live in Dublin.
Totally, right?
Because it's gonna go in Dublin because it's the biggest city. In Ireland. They just have to. I think they have to figure out where to. They need a new rink in Dublin.
Oh, okay.
First of all, I believe the one that was there just recently closed down because of lack of activity.
Yep.
So now all the kids in Ireland have to drive to Belfast now.
Okay, is that quite far?
I don't know the exact amount of hours, but I believe that could be up to 4 hours.
Oh,
maybe.
That's so far.
Don't quote me on this. Just to practice.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, like, that's literally going to Victoria and back and then a little further, which is crazy, which is ridiculous. Just to go to practice. That'd be like for us going to Port Hardy to go play hockey. Literally, and it's just you have to be dedicated to want to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if they get that sorted out, which would be great, and they obviously need a big financial backing in order for that to even occur.
Yeah.
Because rinks are not cheap to build.
No. It's a lot of manpower.
Especially overseas, like in Ireland, and not a traditional hockey market at all.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I think it would be pretty cool to see that, and be good for the game to be in Ireland.
Totally. I mean, like, it's just
they have a national team,
and then that
they
way
suck, but they do have a national team.
And then more kids can play, like, so they're not driving 4 hours, and then like.
That's the part I think would be best for it is just kids playing sports and finding new sports that they like. Like, I played a bunch of sports growing up. I played hockey, soccer, rugby, baseball.
Just basically anything you can get your hands
on.
on.
Football, lacrosse, golf. Cricket with my grandpa, if that even counts for anything. Basketball. I played elementary and middle school basketball. I played 9 sports growing up that I can think off the top of my head.
Yeah, which is incredible.
Not all of them being high level or anything.
No, but you gave them the old college try of you play them with friends, or you play like those like elementary school teams where you'd have like the 3 or 6 games a year, but you'd be so stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elementary school basketball. Volleyball, there's 10.
Yeah, like,
volleyball, there's 10 sports.
You literally, like, it's just like, same as, like, you know, they had basketball, football, it was like flag football, volleyball, soccer.
We played tackle football at recess until we got caught.
So you got,
then we played touch.
Yeah, until, you know, they went away, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, exactly.
They were keeping an eye on us playing football.
So yeah, I mean, like, that's what I like about the, you know, even the elementary schools having like those, you know, small leagues. It's like at least, you know, exposes you to like the sports.
Yeah.
And like, yeah,
I think that's like one of the most important things growing up is like being able, like, guys or girls, is to be able to like play sports. Like, it's like such a great like bonding experience between guys.
My gosh, yeah, like there's never like it's never a greater like, you know, chemistry than like team chemistry, or like, you know, like, because you don't, you know, it's not one person who loses, it's like you guys lose together, you win together. Like, everything is like, it's not just, it's never about one person, it's about the entire team, and it's like, it's incredible.
Yeah, totally. So like that's just like one thing. Like, well, going back to the rink, like if they're able to build a rink there, that'd be great just because of that. Like, just being able to just being able to try something new.
Totally, man.
You never know until you give it a go.
Exactly. And like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You're not gonna like it? Oh no, but you tried it. So
when I started playing rugby, I didn't think I was gonna like it. It became one of my favorite sports I ever played.
Exactly. Like,
I played it from when I was 11, I believe, 11 or 12 to 19. So I played it for a long time. So I still watch it as much as I can.
Oh, perfect.
I love that sport a lot. It's a really fun sport. It looks really like a mess until you understand what's going on.
Yeah.
It looks like a complete mess.
Totally.
There's just a lot going on in it.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, it's like for me, I'm absolute trash at basketball. Can't play to save my life. Absolutely love the sport.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I am a terrible basketball player. All I can do is pass the ball.
That's basically all.
When I was playing basketball when I was a kid, I like to think I was Steve Nash because I couldn't shoot the ball.
Yeah.
But I could pass the ball.
I could pass the ball to save my life.
I couldn't do pull, like people would sag off on me because I couldn't shoot.
It's like open layup. Yeah, that's not.
I could do a layup.
I'll miss a layup.
I was pretty good at the layup. The left-handed ones were a bit risky. I would do like the Lonzo ball and go with the right hand because I don't want to lay up with my left hand and miss it.
Totally, that's cool. Well, Liam, this is the part of the show called the motivational moment. So, how would you describe your passion in 5 words or less?
Exhausting. Exhausting. I'm trying to think of another word for passionate because it's exhilarating. Disappointing brackets sometimes.
Totally. Yeah.
This is harder than it seems.
Totally is.
It's harder than it seems. I'm stuck at 3 right now.
Okay. Would you say like rewarding?
Rewarding, definitely rewarding. I'm gonna throw in the word bonding, even though it doesn't make any sense really.
It does in the sense that like when I hear that, you're thinking the team aspect of like sports. Okay.
Yeah. The fact that I came to a town I knew no one in.
Yeah.
But I instantly had. There's 28 guys on the roster. University, you can't call anyone up, so you have a pretty big roster. I had 28 friends immediately.
Yeah, that's just it, right?
That's like not a lot of people get to do that when they go to school. A lot of people like, they get worried that they won't be able to make friends, or like, you know, like, oh, I don't know if anyone likes me in my program or anything. I had 28 friends.
It's like immediately like, you know, you all have one driven passion, right? And then it's just like boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really cool. And then so why would you pick the other words?
Disappointing sometimes.
Yeah.
It's there's always a winner and loser in sports.
Definitely, yeah.
And you know, I've won championships and a couple of not too many individual awards, but I've won a couple.
Okay.
And like it always, like no matter how many times you want, like if you won something, you always want to win again.
Oh, it's totally right. Like
I have, like, it took me till I was 19 to get a championship in hockey.
Okay.
So it took a lot of my life.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
I never won a tournament as a kid.
Okay.
Never won a tournament. Never won a championship. Never, like. So, like, you know, after winning that, like, it made, like, I kind of realized, like, what it took.
Yeah.
Because it took me so long to do that.
Yeah.
So I became, like, so hungry. Like, last year, Vancouver Island University, we lost in the finals. We lost in the finals for the league. So, like, that was pretty disappointing.
Totally. Yeah.
It
takes it hits you really hard.
Yeah. So that was really disappointing. And, like, I remember, like, my last year at junior, we lost in the semifinals.
Okay.
And, like, that one really hurt. It was, like, my last go. I wasn't sure if I was going to be playing hockey after that, so I thought that was going to be my last kick at it, and that one hurts. My first year at junior, we had a team that was really good. We didn't lose many games that year, and we got upset in the second round, and I was, like, in tears. I thought we were gonna win. It was one of the best teams I ever played on. Until the next year, actually. The next year was actually the best team. It's probably the best team I've ever played on.
Okay.
In terms of guys and where they've gone and, like, their resumes, but they were like I was in tears in a second round loss because I thought we were gonna do it. So disappointing in that sense, because, like, it's just, there's always a winner and a loser, and losing sucks.
Losing does suck.
If you're not upset losing, you're a loser. That's a quote from someone. I don't remember who.
Okay.
But it's like, if you enjoy losing, I think it was John Tortorella, actually a coach in the NHL, said if you enjoy losing, you're a loser. So,
makes sense.
Yeah, losing sucks. I hate losing.
Losing, it sucks, but when you lose, it drives you to work so much harder.
Absolutely, it does.
And, like, then you're, like, don't get me wrong, you're super fired up when you win, but you're, like, just as fired up because you're like, we can't come back like this. Like, we gotta, like, next time we
gotta bounce back from it.
Bounce back even harder.
Yeah, just swallow your medicine and move on from it.
Pretty much.
Really,
don't
like,
dwell
just
on it.
You can't dwell on that.
No, because, you know, it's like, it's over. You know, like, clearly, you know, like, we didn't play our best, but you know what? Like, it's not like there's not gonna be a next time. So, figure it out. You just gotta get over it.
I
right?
mean, none of those ended up being my last game ever. So.
Exactly, right? So, I mean, which
so,
worked out a lot. Cause then it's, I mean, if anything, maybe it drove you to, like, play more hockey. Because you're like, I gotta win that championship.
Yeah, and, like, that definitely kept me going through the summers, thinking about that. Like, I want another chance at it, and
totally,
I want to contribute more, and really drove home that summer training this summer to be able to contribute more. Because as a freshman, I didn't get to contribute a whole ton. We had a pretty old roster.
Yeah.
And a very talented roster on top of that. So, you know, lineup spots were pretty tough for a lot of guys. Even some older guys, they were in and out of the lineup, which sucks if you've put in that work already.
Yeah.
And, like, you thought, like, I guess you thought you were safe.
Yeah. So then, I mean,
but then there's a bunch of young guys that are coming for your spot there. So, like, we made, like, you make it tough. So, like, you're thinking like, okay, we got there, and like I want to be able to contribute and prove to them that I should have been there in the first place because I would have made a difference.
Yeah, totally. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Another word I have to describe. If I could remember them, that'd be great.
I think I'm trying to remember them too. Like rewarding. So I guess like
rewarding.
It's just
winning is fun.
Yeah, it doesn't. You can't. Nothing beats the feeling of winning, and it's not when you get like a win that's like 15-2. That feels good. But
those don't feel that good. I'll be completely honest. Like
yeah,
like they're fun, but
when you get that win that's like 5-3 or like 4-3,
yeah,
and it's like just by the hair of your guys' chins,
yeah,
like it's just like so like insane. Like you don't know how you guys did it, but you did it, and then you're just like. And then all of a sudden the team's energy is just like through the fucking roof, and everyone's just like so stoked.
They had a coach once. I'm not gonna say who because I don't want to tour him, but he said the beer tastes better after a win.
He's not wrong.
So, but of course the VIU hockey team doesn't drink at all.
That's right. So that's cool, man. I mean. And I would imagine, exhausting because, you're working.
Exhausting. You have to work so hard nowadays. It's all year round now. Training, like you don't stop now.
Yeah.
It's not like back in the day when you could take your whole summer off and you got into shape during camp.
Yeah.
You have to be in shape when you get to camp. Now,
yeah, just to be prepared for the season.
There's so many good hockey players now. We have some pretty good freshmen this year that have probably surprised some people in terms of where they ended up fitting in. Like going in, we have our season. We're in exhibition play still until October.
Okay.
But there's definitely some guys that are like probably surprising some older guys right now. So
totally, because then it's like like you were saying, the ones that feel safe. All of a sudden they're like
never feel safe.
This is it, right?
Never feel safe.
When you feel safe, you feel cocky, and then all of a sudden you let your guard down, and then all of a sudden say instead of giving 100, you're giving like 98, and that rookie or that that young guy coming in at 100 is gonna be like, coach is gonna see that, and then all of a sudden, boom, beeline.
Yeah, I was definitely that guy my first year. Still am. I think it's just inbred in me to like. If you're gonna do something, do it to the best of your abilities. There's no point in half-assing anything.
You're literally taking words out of my mouth, man. Like, what's the point? Like, if you're not gonna put full effort in, don't bother.
Like when we're with my other passion, what I go to school for, anything camera related ads. I go when I'm making ads, I go full out on making them, and putting a lot of effort into them because I have to do it. Like I'm just wired that way. Cooking's the same. Like my roommates sometimes make fun of me because I'll be making something, they'll call it gourmet.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's not microwaved or something like that.
That makes sense.
But I'll be making I don't know, I'll make a pizza and I'll let my dough the yeast ferment in the dough for 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Like how they do it in Napoli. Is how they do that. They let it ferment for 2 days, and I use a specific flour for it. Yeah, 00 because it's really fine. So it's for pizzas it's really good because it's not as dense.
Okay.
So they'll say I'm just being extra or
I get it.
My friend people can make fun of my coffee extraness all the time because I'm super into African coffee from Rwanda, Kenya, Ethiopia, especially Kenya. I love Kenyan coffee. It's really fruity and acidic, but I have a Chemex. And I got my gooseneck kettle. And I have my Chemex with my own filters in there. And I'm pouring the water over I have a hand grinder.
Nice.
So I can control my ground size better. I don't know. I just do everything full out.
Totally.
Bartending is the same way. When I started bartending, it was it was doing mixology stuff, really high end cocktails. And I practice making them at home at first, and I still like to practice making them. And sometimes people make fun of me because it's like, why do you have Luxardo cherry liqueur? Like, why do you have that? And I'll be like, I'll name like 8 different drinks that I could make with that, or something, or have like kind of a ridiculous liquor collection for someone who's in university. But like, I don't know, I just like to go full on. I'm just wired that way, and it translates into anything that I'm really interested in, I guess.
Yeah, I like speaking of like how you like, you know, how you go gourmet with all your food. It reminds me of my buddy Christian. He so like, you know, we'll like, you know, if I'm hungry, I'll just throw a quick, if I don't have too much time, I'll like, you know, make a quick pack of Mr. Noodles or whatever, eat it and go. He'll like, you know, get it going. He'll start chopping onions, and he's like throwing like, you know, garlic and whatever, and all of a sudden he's got, boom, it's like he's like got to walk out with the noodles and everything, and it's just like, and like as your friends would say, gourmet, and it's just like, which is awesome, and it's just like it's cool to see like what he's throwing in there. Like I never think about it.
I think like Saturday after a little get together we had after a game, I was at home and I was making it was like 2:30 in the morning. I made a caramelized onion, like 35 minutes, like 35 to 40 minutes, like really deep and rich.
Oh yeah.
Caramelized onion grilled cheese with 3 different cheeses on sourdough bread with a spicy ketchup that I make.
Is it just like sriracha and ketchup, or do you throw something else in?
No, it's got like onion and garlic. Clove actually works really well in it. Same with cardamom actually. And Worcestershire, a lot more Worcestershire than normal ketchup. Because I like it really acidic.
Okay.
And it's really good. It was really, really good. But I
delicious.
also made it at 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning after drinking, and I was like drunk when I made the thing. Like, why? Like, why was I making this? I don't know. My brain just said I wanted that, so I made it.
Totally. Like, trust me. Like, I mean, when you're drunk, you know, I think it's good, but like, when you're able to make something and then you know it's gonna be so good, and it's like you bite into it, you're like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the perfect moment right then. It's like, then you can go to bed and you're just like, I got a glass of water in me, I got a nice sandwich.
Few glasses of water.
That's right. And then boom, wake up, less hungover.
I'm lucky because I have Irish genes. I call this Irish genes, but I still don't get hungover. Although I can start feeling to come now.
As you get older.
Yes, I'm starting to feel like it's going to come pretty soon. But for now, I'm still enjoying it. I think it might help that I chug like 3 like workout shaker bottles before I go to bed.
That's got to be the key, because like that is your body's like. Oh
also,
my God.
don't mix. I don't mix. I only drink one thing.
Yeah, so it's either beer or not.
When I'm getting drunk, it would probably be gin or vodka.
Okay.
And usually just soda water because I like to watch my weight when I'm like playing, because I'm still playing. So I keep really on my nutrition.
I was gonna say.
So beer is definitely more of a social thing. I'll have a couple beers with like the guys or like some friends out.
Yeah, but like you're not gonna sit there and crush like a 12-pack, because I mean it's super carby, and like I mean super heavy on the stomach, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah, and I like to drink like I don't like cheap beer, so it's like I like pale ales and stuff like that, and they can be pretty heavy and calorie dense, so not so good for your stomach. I'll feel better. I also wouldn't feel as good the next day if I did that.
Yeah, well, exactly, right.
I find beer is worse the next day.
Okay. I mean, I typically end up just drinking beer, so I haven't had too much hardware for a while, but I find when I go to the harder stuff, I wake up not feeling so hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe I'm just used to it. I don't know.
Like it's
Irish genes, British genes. I can drink a lot of gin.
I did a 23andMe test. I have some British and Irish in me. I can't remember which one was more, but Yeah, like I find that the beer, at least like, I find with beer, the effects in the morning aren't as bad, but maybe because when I drink beer, I'm good at pacing myself better than I would be like with like the harder stuff, because at some point you're gonna feel good and you're just gonna end up pouring that little bit too much in each drink every time, and then at least I do, and then boom, now it's feeling so hot.
I measure with my jigger every time, but that's because I bartend.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's also one thing I couldn't do. I couldn't drink cocktails all night.
Just because of the sugar?
Like the mixology cocktails. There's just too much going on.
Okay.
You just like, you'd start to like...
then you just start like messing up. Like,
no, you just like start to not feel so hot after.
Yeah.
Like if you're drinking something with like... I'll try and think of something that I've seen on a honeycomb reduction in it. Like I feel like after a while you would start to like just feel sick of like drinking that.
Totally.
Because it's like they're like meals, like those like high end cocktails, those like mixology bar cocktails. They're like full on meals. There's so much going on in them.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, you'll have like cardamom syrup with the honeycomb reduction, and this doesn't make any sense if anyone who likes mixology is listening to this, because none of these would go together. But Luxardo liqueur with gin and grapefruit juice and rosemary, like that's so much going on.
Yeah, it's a lot of flavors.
So like I feel like you just get sick of that. I couldn't do that.
I get that. Yeah, that's a lot. I can see what you mean by a lot going on. Like, yeah, and it's
just like the same thing if you're eating like a really like a homemade cheesecake, a really good homemade cheesecake. It's so rich.
Oh yeah. And then you have like a small piece, and you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. But then when the day you have like that big
piece, you're like, oh, I'm gonna crush this. Yeah. And I get like, holy, I need a nap now.
It's like did I just eat turkey dinner? Like,
yeah,
this is like
literally.
That's
me. That's a perfect example. Like you'll have like two, and you're like, oh, these are fantastic. And then the one day you get 5, and you're like, oh my god, I'm full. I can't even drink the 5th one.
Yeah, like you're just like, this is nope. I'm done. That's awesome.
I think I have one more word to describe for you.
Maybe I
do have one more word, okay. But I totally forget what the word is.
We had rewarding, exhausting, disappointing,
bonding.
I think that was all 4.
Is it 4 words?
I think it might have been 4.
I thought it was 5 words that you used to ask me.
I can't remember. Well, it's like 5 words or less, so it's...
Okay, I think I said 5, but... You'll hear it on the... listen to it after.
That's cool, man. I just wanted to thank you for coming on the show. I know we could go literally for hours.
I could go forever.
And like that means we had so much still to talk about. So I definitely got to get you back on.
Hey, let me know anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. Where can the people find you?
So my Instagram is just Liam Sweeney. Okay. I got it like really early in the Instagram days when it was just a photography page.
I remember I've never had Instagram for a while, but I remember like seeing like that old like Polaroid pic, like that's what it was, like
brown logo with like yeah. So just Liam Sweeney. I have I don't have a ton of my video work on there.
Okay.
I don't post a lot of that stuff. But I have some photo stuff on there. And then there's the hockey photos from me playing.
Yeah, makes sense.
Then my Twitter is Liam_Sweeney_. I tweet funny things sometimes.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I retweet a lot of stuff that's pretty funny. And don't really use Facebook. So I guess that's really it, because I'm not giving out my Snapchat.
That makes sense. Perfect.
Sorry, ladies.
Perfect. You can find me at Just Koryzma on like anything. And make sure if you like the video, hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos. And then we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.